We're going to look at something very easy right now, and that's just simply text alignment. It's something that's done a lot on many websites, and we can see here that this text at the top, because it's a heading and a main heading and it's placed inside that image, has been centered. So let's just take a look at what we do with that. So if we come into our design for this, that's the featured text, and we can see there the text align is center. There are a few other options as well. Left, which is the default for everything. And what that does, particularly on our paragraph text, it gives us this ragged right down here. So aligns over to the left and we end up with the ragged right. Similarly, we could align it over to the right. And for this example, we can see here now it's over to the right. We can see within the box, brackets is very good at highlighting the section that we've got. Let's leave it back as center. And now let's look at our paragraph as a whole, all our paragraphs. So talking to all our paragraphs, and we could do text, align, and justify, which is another option, which means it justifies the text so that we don't get the ragged left or right. We end up with it being flush to both sides. Now, depending on what you're looking for, it's to be used with care, because you can end up with, on some sentences, extreme spaces, particularly like this sentence here, extreme spaces there between your text, which kind of can break up the flow of reading. And it's something that you often see done in newspapers. There are times, I'm sure, when you'd probably want to do that, but when we look at something like left by comparison, we can see that it's much tighter and easier to read, and we get the ragged right. And that's often useful when you've got multiple columns of text, because as you can see, the column ends actually here, but we get extra space between that and the next column starting, because that would be useful for us, enabling it to be easier to read and see on the screen. So there you are, very simple text alignment on the web.